Alright, so I'm gonna do a scrap run. I just gotta strip these out of their wires real quick. Take this out of here, get that out of here because that's aluminum, right? Yeah. So is that, also that. This is more just taking the battery out of it. So that stuff left over from Thursday, and then we got this junk over here. Microwave tower. We got that microwave, this microwave, this microwave. There's another big one out back. Ironing board 1, ironing board 2, chair 1 and 2. This, which I'm gonna cut apart or unbolt, cut apart something that's not going in one piece. This looks like a lot. It's really not. It's just, yeah, that one thing on a bucket in there. And then out back, garden bed fell over. That's about where the garden bed's going. Actually, yeah, that's plenty of distance behind it. I can get the mower through, not be a problem. This, like I said, the other microwave, not this. These are going, because those are all junk. They're encased in freaking epoxy and crap. Not stripping those. This trash can that's full of ceiling fan parts. Normally I put in this beige can over there, but I was using that. I gotta figure out how to get this apart, and then this can go. I haven't quite figured out how you take these apart because I don't normally get squirrel cages. And then in here it's just these two buckets, which I'm gonna dump into the microwaves, and use those instead of having the buckets. And then, like I said, once I get that apart, that could go. And the rest is just non-ferrous. So lots of non-ferrous motors and wire, various categories of wire, like this bag of wire that's out here, because that's that bag that stinks. It still smells, and I did find a dead snake in there, so that might be why it stinks, even though it smells like cat piss. Not a dead snake. So, and it was not the skin of a snake, it was definitely a dead snake, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, then there's just a little bit of crap, but that's not my problem at the moment. So, focus on getting this out of here. Maybe that, finish this stuff as well, and maybe these chairs and that. So we'll just see what fits in here and get it sent. Alright, so all loaded up. Got almost everything in that I wanted to get in, except for that microwave, the vacuum, and this, and that, which is stuff that just came in, but I pulled it out because it had that curve to it, so it was going to be a problem with putting the microwaves in. So got all the stuff out of the tote in there that I wanted, except for it would have been better off going in a microwave, except for this one I couldn't get open because its handle's busted off, and there's not a push button. It was obviously the handle you're supposed to pull, so that makes it a little hard to get into when I don't have a handle. The small white one I did fill up with the one bucket, but I could have, some of the stuff would have fit in on top. And there's the other microwave. I did throw a couple things in there, but not a lot, because I put that in like first thing. So didn't load this in the best way, but it's loaded enough to get this stuff out of here. Not that I really think it would have made much of a difference, even if I did put this stuff in a microwave, because it's kind of bulkier stuff. James the genius over there setting his car alarm off. You're ruining my audio. Alright, so while James takes his sweet time to find his keys to shut his car up, like I said, I got pretty much everything, almost everything, except for this, and this other stupid lamp and this stupid thing. No fit. Maybe if I would have cut it, but now we're setting another car alarm off because that one's been going off for so long. Oh my god. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go get my 30 bucks. Alright, here at the scrapyard. And we got Mr. Impatient in front of me. Say there was a, like, their welding service truck or whatever was in the driveway going to leave, and then this guy, instead of waiting for him to like fully finish his turn out of the driveway, he cuts up the driveway on the side of it and starts driving, you know, kind of down the sidewalk a little bit to swing around to get into the driveway. Impatient. Ridiculous. There was no need to do that. Then you got another guy out front who's stripping a microwave. You know, it looks like he was already here, but I also find it funny now that they're having to wait on the scale. Goes to show rushing didn't get you anywhere. Didn't get you any farther. So we stopped at Home Depot, picked up the cutoff wheels that I needed. I was gonna do it afterwards, but whatever. The order don't matter. $45.68 as per usual. So I blew almost 40 bucks at Home Depot, so let's see if we can get that back. So I only got, what, 3 cutoff wheels, so that was 15 bucks, but I got a new hose sprayer, the head for it, because the one that was out front obviously got left on because it's, and it must have froze because it leaks now, so it's junk. So I bought a new one of those, and then I went clearance shopping and they had magic erasers, so I bought those because I do enjoy magic erasers. What in the hell? This pile is a shithole today. It's an absolute mess today. I guess we're going to go right here, right in the middle. I'm saying that right there is the guy who was impatient, who clearly didn't get anywhere either. Alright, we found a little hole. I guess I'll throw my shit off here. You know, it's kind of in the middle, but whatever. Alright, so this pile is a disaster, that's for sure. It's like, I don't know, 10 feet out from where it normally should be. But now that some of us have gotten out the way, he's, yeah, using the bobcat to push the pile back. So, of course, it's not on this camera. It's probably on the dash camera. There's a guy who pulled up next to me. He got hella close the first time as he's backing up to the pile. I had to stand on the side of the pile and tell him, you know, go the other way. Go more, you know, towards the driver's side, not the passenger side. You know, go more left, it would be. Well, my left. You know, go more that way. You're super close to me. You're going to hit me if you know, cut in any friggin' more. And then as he's throwing shit out, there's a fridge that comes down that came down kind of close to my truck, just because of how the pile is. So, I mean, let's start my dominance real quick. Cut this Toyota off. So yeah, there's that. It's a blue pickup truck right there. 4,080. That's about right. Actually, that's pretty heavy than 4,080. We weighed in at what, 45, about 4580. So, anyways, that and that. So, other than that, it's just a pile of a mess. It obviously looks like there was probably a roll-off or dump trailer that got dumped. Full of garage door stuff, which is what I was in front of. Holy hell. It's never taken that long. Holy hell. Is she training someone again? Because that's about the only way that would take that long. Holy hell. Alright. Just back into this end spot here. Alright, so we'll go join in line. This is going to take a minute because there's, now 3 other trucks here waiting just to weigh in, not even including all the other guys who are here and that, so already, and plus the other 2 guys at the pile. And this place is a zoo. It's the middle of, it's a Friday afternoon at 1:15. I wouldn't think this place would be this busy, but it is. Alright, let's go get our 30 bucks. Alright, so I up front and out of the way, I was getting busy, but no, that took 10 minutes. I was standing there inside. There's some problem with the guy in front of us. He had to type his ID in, so I guess he hasn't been there before, where a lot of us, who go there, they know, and our ID's in the system and all that. Say it wouldn't scan, he had to type it in manually, so I think that's what was taking forever. Because, I was standing in there for 10 minutes alone. Plus, it was probably close to another 5 probably before then. Because I know the guy in front of me was a little impatient and was speaking his mind, because the guy inside, told him that's why it was taking so long. He had to type it in manually. And the guy in front of me, behind him, was like at 15 minutes. And then he's out. I wonder if that was the guy right there, flying out of here in his blue Honda with his heavily tinted windows. So I don't know, that's what took forever. And it's not even really a new guy. He's been there before. Usually I know he worked non-ferrous at one point, but now they have him in the scale house. So and then the usual girl, she's taking her lunch in the back, but he was in there. And then he's standing outside talking shit about that guy, the guy who was doing the scale house, right outside the door. He does know you can hear inside, right? I could hear him. I don't know how well he could hear him. The actual worker could hear him behind the wall and that, but I'm like, you can hear him pretty well, talking about it. And I think he said he had scammed him on some weight or something, so I don't know if he didn't use the right plate or whatever. I don't know if that's what his issue was, because he asked him for his plate, and he was telling him that he was in the white, whatever he was, in that white pickup with the wood rack. That's not helpful. He needs the plate number. That's what he needs, because that's what they go by in their system. It's done by your plate number, which is why everyone's got to go over the scale, unless you're a walker, because that's how they keep track of you in their system, is through your plate. So anyways, that's that. I got my 34 bucks, so pretty good. All right, that almost covers the Home Depot trip, actually, so that's nice. So now that I got my cut off wheels, I can finish doing my non-ferrous processing, and then I can do a non-ferrous run for next week. Yeah, not really gonna have time today, I don't think, because it's 1:30 now. I gotta stop by work at the pizzeria with my aunt. She keeps track of all the deliveries in a book she has. So I was going there to get caught up, and then by the time I go home and do, process what needs to be processed, it's gonna be pretty much closing time anyway. So, and I gotta work tomorrow, so that's not really an option. So, that's that. So yeah, next week we'll do the big non-ferrous run. Alright, so I'm going to do the strap aluminum run. So we got all these screens and all the stuff that I found. What was it, 2 days ago? And then I threw some of the other pieces in here to make it look a little better in the driveway. But now I have time, Friday afternoon here, I have some time to go to the scrapyard. So this obviously doesn't belong in there. So we're not worried about the shred right now. really all it is 2 steel studs over there, the 1 vacuum, that 1 other bulky piece, this trash can, the microwave. Not worried about it. And then the stuff that I just got from the boss today, including the side door for Firebird that has a glass in it. So that I'm not going to scrap. I am going to try add it to the try to sell pile, except for this thing's heavy as hell, and James is not home at the moment. He went to work because I told him I needed him out of my way so I could back the truck in, but didn't think about it. I should have had him help me move that, because that's heavy as hell, and I'm gonna need the space, because all the screens and stuff, so I can lay that all in there flat. And then depending on how much space there is, I might throw this shred in here too on top, just to get rid of it. Depends if I have the space or not, because it would be nice to get rid of it and not have to look at it. So there's that pile of aluminum, and then back here got the rest of the my pavers at the moment for now. That bin, I didn't get to processing that umbrella like I wanted to yet, and this stuff. And then I would like to get this out of here once and for all. Or at least as much as I can out of it. So let's get this out of here. Let's get started. What time is it? Oh, it's already 2:30. Gotta get moving. So got to get going. They close at 4:30, so I want to be there by like 4, so it's still like an hour and a half. It's not going to take that long, but just hurry up and get it done. Alright, all loaded up, except for the stills and all of it, because of course it never is. The green bin's still probably about half full. And I did take, I only took this bucket out and that bin. I kind of don't got room. Although maybe, there's kind of some gaps. I'm not worried about it. There's more aluminum. This doesn't fit, because this needs to be broken down. It's just a little too long. And actually, I probably should have waited on putting this in and put more screens in first, then put that in, because I think that's kind of creating a bit of a gap. But oh well. There's always more aluminum. There's always more. Find it all the time. So like I said, that green bin's about half full, and then everything back here I did fit in. That bin that was over there, the pile. The only thing that didn't fit is these windows, which really need to be cut down. Our old screen door I need to break down one of these days. I'm getting to it. That's aluminum. Although I was going to take the wheels off, because that's kind of a lot of dirtiness to it, and then that can be sent. We'll fill it up and send it. Those chairs, I was going to cut the fabric off. The umbrella, I got to try and pull those lights out, I think. We'll see about that. That scooter, I could probably just chuck it as is. It's good enough, but like I said, about half. And this thing is still super heavy. Can't even feel that I took any weight out of it, because I kind of didn't take a lot out of it. So, and I have this. Oh, there's gonna be a little bit more, these handles and that. So this has now just appeared on my desk. I don't know where it came from. I'm assuming it's from that one sink that I grabbed like last week that I didn't break down. It was just sitting over here, but it's not anymore, so I don't know where it went. I'm assuming that's where that came from. It was sitting over here. I don't know if James took it to our uncle's house and threw it out there, or to work, or where it went, but I'm glad it's gone and I have my brass, so. Alright. Oh crap, that might be a problem. Please don't be. Shit, that sounds like it's a problem. Truck's not on, I can't tell. That might be a problem. Shit. I can just fold it up like that. Alright, let me get this figured out, because I hate when that slides and I don't notice it, and of course now it's full, so it's moving, it's not happening. Alright, going into the scrap yard. which took a minute. There was a ton of traffic out front trying to, you know, where it's backed up back at the scrapyard, which usually is never that bad. It's gonna be fun getting out of here. 4,300. That's light as hell. $4,300, which is light as hell. Granted, it is aluminum. It's probably like 200 pounds. And it looked like there was nobody at non-fair, so this will make life much easier. Nope, maybe one guy. Alright, so we're gonna go dump the aluminum pile here in a minute. Say, is he the one in charge today? Over there. Yeah, like the entire truck of aluminum.
I would say you drop that.
Oh yeah.
Did you come in on scale?
Yes.
Did you just come from dropping something?
No.
You should be all set. Oh, good. I got some
No, that's not a shovel, whatever. Don't back up into me. Oh, forgot you were still recording. Alright, let's go dump, or go scale out. I just dumped Dingus. So yeah, that was the newer guy in the scale house. I don't know if you guys could hear him. Oh, this guy's in my way. Yeah, no. I know where I'm going, what to do. Head over to the aluminum pile, scale in, scale out. So you gotta check in there's like in radio the scale house so they know. $4,080. So yeah, that's about right for aluminum, anyways. Yeah, 4,080. Alright, let's go get our $100. If I had to guess. That sounded like a nail I just ran over. I don't like that sound. Alright. Alright, so 220 pounds of old sheet, 60 cents a pound, 132 bucks. And at first she had screwed it up and gave me the shred price for it, and I'm like, no, I didn't have shred, I had aluminum. So the guy must not have, well, I don't know. She said my bad, so I don't know. He might have actually keyed it over and she didn't copy. I don't know. But I showed her, because like the $16 is not mine. I don't freaking know. The 132 is right. The $16. So like, I don't know. I'm here enough. So if the problem, they can just take it out of my next payout or whatever. So it's not a big deal, obviously, because I'm here enough. I'm here a lot, so usually here like once or twice a week. So I can always just take it out of my next payout if it's truly a problem. I don't know who you are. Go away. Nope. Wrong button. I meant to decline it, not answer it. So wrong button. So anyways, so that's nice. 132 bucks to go with almost 300 from the other scrap runs that you saw before this. So that's nice. That'll pay for the hotel room for since we're going to Cleveland next month. That will pay for the hotel. It was about, the hotel was just shy of 400 bucks. So between these other scrap runs that covers it, that covers the hotel room. So pretty much all the scrap that we get from pretty much from now until we go on the trip should pay for the trip. So that'll be in May that we're going to Cleveland, and I'll be there and going there for 2 days. So that'll be, yeah. Oh wait, I don't know who you are. Line. Your name your number don't come up with my contacts, and you look like a 1-800 number, not answering. If you're real, leave a message. Although I kind of do wonder, because well, I'm not sure if that was the same number that called twice. Because if it was the same number that called twice, then it might actually be real. Whatever. If they call me a third time, I'll answer. How about that? Alright, so that's it. Well, I'll see you guys on the next scrap trip.